Prayer is not a religious habit or a last resort. It is power in motion. When a child of God prays, something shifts, even when nothing looks different yet. Prayer is where the unseen realm responds to the voice of faith. It is a place where weakness meets divine strength, where heaven listens, and where God invites his children to participate in what he is already doing. Prayer produces power because it connects us directly to the source of all power. A child of God is never praying into the air. Prayer is communion, spirit to spirit. It is access. When we pray, we step out of self-reliance and into divine partnership. Power flows not because of perfect words, but because of relationship. God responds to his children, not to polished speeches. In prayer, God strengthens the inner man. There is a kind of power that doesn't always change circumstances immediately, but changes the one standing in the circumstance. Prayer produces clarity when confusion tries to dominate. It produces peace when anxiety presses in. It produces endurance when quitting feels easier. Many victories are won in prayer long before they are seen in real life. Prayer also produces authority. When a child of God prays, they are not begging a distant God. They are standing in alignment with heaven's will. Prayer sharpens spiritual awareness and reminds the believer who they are and whose they belong to. Fear loses its grip when prayer becomes a lifestyle. Darkness cannot dominate where consistent prayer is present. There is power in prayer because prayer invites God's presence. And where God's presence is, chains break, minds renew, hearts heal, and paths open. Prayer doesn't just ask God to move, it positions the child of God to move with him. It trains the spirit to hear, to trust, and to obey. Over time, prayer produces transformation. Desires change, priorities realign. What once controlled you begins to lose its power. Prayer exposes what needs healing and strengthens what needs building. It is in prayer that God shapes his children into people who walk with confidence, humility, and spiritual strength. The power of prayer is not loud or flashy, but it is undeniable. It is the quiet force that sustains, the unseen strength that carries, and the divine connection that reminds every child of God that they are never alone, never powerless, and never unheard.